Hello traders, let's look at our hypos for next week. I've got these levels marked out. I was gonna just do it when y'all were watching, but it took too long. We'll make it a short video. So last week we went up and we filled in this fair value gap on the weekly. And as soon as we top ticked that sucker, we fell out of bed. It was within 75 cents right here of hitting the bottom of this candle. So, and then we fell out of bed. Okay. We also have a fair value gap to the upside right here. And this is on the weekly chart. Looky there. What does this tell us? We're caught between two fair value gaps. We haven't filled that one. Candle bodies are respecting the bottom. We came down to the top of this one. Didn't even want to bite into it. So we may be trading higher. We may be trading lower from a weekly chart perspective. Look at this area right here. This is 3 months worth of consolidation on the weekly chart. We may stay in a consolidation pattern. We may go take the highs. We may trade lower. It's hard to say. But having this type of price action right here is highly likely. The market seems to be pretty happy right here. So don't expect big, huge runs as we're coming into this week. We may get them, but don't expect them. We could go up, we could go down. On a daily chart, let's see what we got here. This is the top of that fair value gap we just talked about. And this is the attempt to push down into the fair value gap on the weekly chart. And this is that big opening gap we had. And we did wick into this candle. This is all of Friday's action. We took out the low of that daily chart right there. We took out that low on Thursday, and then we came down and we took out that low on Friday, and then traded right back up to settlement. From a 4-hour perspective, we have a fair value gap to the upside. That's where we hit that weekly gap high, and then we immediate rebalance. That's like saying, ooh, if you see that on a 1-minute chart, it's like, ooh, no, we're real happy right here in this consolidation area. So we'd rather come back to here. So that's what my hypo for the week is we consolidate. If we were to put like a frame around the highs and lows of this little section, or maybe a line right through the middle, like where settlement is. Look at all these candles, how they're finishing right there. Even this is settlement for today, but look at that settlement, how that works. And prior to that, this was a settlement, I'm sure. So right now we are in a holding pattern. We may start holding in this area. We may go up and start holding in another area. But I'm thinking ranging type of movement. We could just ream up and make a brand new high as soon as the market opens at 5 o'clock today. But it just looks to me like it's rangy. If we frame that out, like say this is the bottom of the range and this is the top of the range, we had one extreme and we came right back down into it. Let's frame that out and let's just see what's up. So we'll go from the top of that candle down to the bottom of these candles. We'll just do the candle bodies. We could include that wick too, I guess, and the top of this one. If you just frame that out right there, this is several days of movement, but we wick the bottom of the range. Maybe we go back up and we take out the top of the range, and then we come right back into it. Don't know. It's hard to say. But I know what my plan is. When the market takes a 4-hour high, like one of these 4-hour highs, or one of these, or one of these, I'm going to look for a reversal. And if it takes a 4-hour low, like one of these or one of these, I'm going to look for a reversal. And that's the only place I'm going to take a trade. These lines I have marked here are potential take profits. You could even do a smaller time frame like an hourly or a 30-minute and try to fine tune that. I didn't even look at that, but let's see see how they align. This is the top of a fair value gap. This is a level of interest. This is actually the consequent encroachment, the 50% level of a daily wick. On the downside, this is the consequent promotion from the wick, downside wick on Friday. And you can see it corresponds well with the bottom of this fair value gap. This looks like an immediate rebalance type of situation as well. So those would be levels I would think we could possibly get a take profit. That's why they're on the chart. If we came up here and reversed, I would want to be taking profit here, something like that. Maybe come up here and reverse, I would want to be taking profit here, possibly, or maybe just right back at settlement. So those are on the chart for that reason. I just like to have them on there because those 50% marks, for some reason, the market likes to trade to them. I don't know why that is. I actually had a computer program. It was a charting program, and I want to say it was TradeStation, where whenever you were configuring your chart, you could actually have the chart mark out the 50% level of each candle. Now, why would they have that feature on a chart? They don't have it on Topstep. They don't have it on TradingView. I've looked at it on others. I couldn't find it. But on TradeStation, which is considered to be an upper echelon type of trading platform, they had the radial button where you could mark the midline of the candles. I haven't seen that on here. Previous day close, high and low. You can put a midline on some of your drawings, but I haven't seen a midline. Maybe if you can find that, that would be real nice. But I haven't been able to find it. Symbol name, countdown to close. Oh man, I heard something on that video I wanted to tell you. He gave an example of a guy, let's say he's shooting a basketball, or he's hitting a baseball or whatever. Whenever you're standing there at the plate, and let's just do baseball analogy, you're standing there at the plate, you're watching the pitcher, and you're about to swing and hit this ball. As you're doing that, you're waiting for that pitch. Are you looking up at the scoreboard to see what the score is as that fastball is coming down at you? No, you're not. This was a pretty good analogy, I thought. And Adam actually told me this on Friday, and I intend to use this week. And when you have your P&L up on the top of the screen, and you have your P&L on the price line, I'm gonna make $1,500 on this trade if I put it way the heck up there where it may not ever go. But if you have your P&L on there, and you have your price that you're going to get whenever it hits your level, your take profit, that's the same thing as looking at the scoreboard as the fastball is coming towards you at home plate. So what Adam recommended and what Andrew Menaker recommended was that we take that out of the equation. Change your take profits. I think it's on here. It's in one of these settings. I'll just do it later. I think it's on, maybe on preferences. Yeah, it's not showing. There it is. Chart executions. Dollar. It's right here. Display chart value in ticks or points. So I would do it in points. Okay. And then save. And so when you place an order, now you're going to have points. And you can also hide all of this. Let's see if it's on this settings. In the privacy mode. Right here, you can hide all of that stuff. where you don't have any clue what's going on there. You could leave the account name, I guess. You could have a DLL up there, but this is the streamer mode. So what if you traded like that? And your point value was only showing here, so you weren't looking at the scoreboard. Could you focus better on the process in that environment? Because that's what you're supposed to be focusing on. You're supposed to be focusing on that fastball coming straight at you. Keep your eye on the ball so you can knock it out of the park. And if you keep looking at the scoreboard while you're waiting on that fastball or while it's coming down the pike at you, there's a very good chance you're going to miss that shot, or something's going to get involved with it. It's going to make you mess up. You're going to start feeling the pressure. So I am trying that this week. I'm going to start going with no streamers up top and points on my value line. And I recommend that you do the same. Let's focus on the process instead of the P&L. Okay? The P&L will take care of itself if you focus on the process. All right, I'm going to end the video. I don't want it to be a super long one. I would like to go have some weekend out of this weekend. I've been working all weekend. So mark those chart levels, and let's have a good trading day on Monday. Remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to one another. I love each and every one of you. Until next time, trade well.